Hello and Happy New Year. I'm Christina from The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. And this video was not planned. This video was inspired by you. I've been asked the question a ton. What do you do after Christmas in your booth? And there's a lot of possibilities, but I'm going to show you my booth. I'll flashback, show you some Christmas pictures. I'll show you what I do after Christmas and what my next steps are for the new year at my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. Your first option after Christmas is to turn your display into a winter display. Get rid of the ornaments and Santa and leave the rest. Some booth owners choose to just leave their displays up. Sometimes they will offer discounts, especially if they have a lot of excess merchandise to get rid of. Another option is, if you don't put too much Christmas up, takedown of Christmas is pretty simple. Many dealers just have one small section of their booth dedicated to Christmas. When the season is over, they will remove it and then just fill in. Are you enjoying this video? If so, take a second and click that like button. Also, click the subscribe and the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create. So what about my booth? My booth is over 1,300 square feet and I have a lot of Christmas. My plan of attack every year is to first just go in and pack up all of the Christmas. I usually do not offer sales on Christmas items because vintage Christmas is getting harder and harder to find, so I like to store it. For more information on where I store my items, you can click on a link to the video above. Here is my main entrance to my booth before, and here it is the day after Christmas. I did bring in a new piece of furniture for the front entrance. I always make sure that this area looks its best. I also brought in a few floral items to help dress it up and some Valentine's Day items, but literally I only brought in one new box of stuff and put it all in this section. The floral screen above was in another spot in my booth and I just relocated it to the front. In this display, all I did was remove a few Christmas ornaments and the joy sign. Everything else was left up for a New Year's Eve display. And here is another area decorated for Christmas. The cubbies are always seasonal and the shelves of this display. So for the new year, I removed the garland and I found a whole bunch of planters throughout my booth that were already there and put them into this location. And in the cubbies, I redid the display. I did bring in a few new items for these cubbies. Let's go back to the main entrance. The area when you walk into my booth, I think is extremely important. And I had already spent a little time on transforming this display in a previous video that you can watch by clicking on the link above. This concept of a display is what I really like to do after the holidays as I'm redoing my booth, and that is doing a color display. Sometimes it is the easiest thing to give your booth a whole new look. You can take items that are already there and then resort them by color. You don't have to have a theme. Color is enough to tie everything together. Here are a few flashback color displays I've used in the past. This is another display where I took out the old Christmas and did color blocking. I brought in a few new items from here and I followed the colors of yellow, orange, and green. Let me show you a few more areas of my booth where pretty much all I did was remove Christmas and not much else. I did need to move the table and chairs on the right-hand side because another piece had sold. Are you looking at my booths and saying to yourself, that's all she did? There's not much there. She just removed the Christmas. There's tons of space. There's tons of gaps. Yep, and I'll tell you 3 reasons why. Number one, it's the holidays. I'm a single mom. I want to take time to spend with family and friends. I know I run a small business. I have things to do, but I'm trying to turn my work into more bite-sized chunks. I used to kill myself and try to not only remove all of my Christmas items, but build beautiful displays. And that left me exhausted and left me with time away from my family. So I don't do that anymore. I've also found the second reason, and that is people after the holidays are craving less clutter. They want things more organized. Less is more. So it's a win-win. I'm not gonna rush my displays just to get it done. The third reason is I have some big remodels planned, and hopefully I'll be making videos of those coming soon. But for those remodels, I'm not gonna bring in a whole bunch of new items just to have to relocate them or box them back up or move them around. I'm gonna work on my structural displays first before I bring in a whole bunch of items. Then I can decorate. Then I can bring in the smalls. And I'm also gonna wait for most of those things to occur until after my daughter's winter break. If you're a small business owner, you need to give yourself grace. I didn't learn this right away. It took me many years, but although I was a little embarrassed to show you guys what my booth looks like right now, it's gonna have the beautiful displays, and I thought it was important for you to see what I do. It's not perfect. It's not perfectly beautiful. I'll be working on it. It'll get there, but I'm gonna do it little by little, and I'm gonna do what's best for me, what's best for my family, and what's best for my business. Don't kill yourself with the after Christmas displays. I hope this helps. This fireplace mantle sold. I also had another piece nearby that I decided to keep for myself. So I had to do a little rearranging. And this is what I decided for my final look. I'm clearing out the space over here because this is one of the areas I hope to do a big remodel. I hope to rebuild a portion of this, add paint, and just make it a little bit more useful for me. The other area that I will be tackling is my salvage area. I've showed you pictures of it before. My salvage has been getting a little out of control, so watch for both of those projects coming soon. There is one more option when you are done with winter, and that is bringing in spring right away. This never appeals to me. It just seems way too early, but I like to kind of transition and ease it in once I do some color blocking displays first. Let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite thing to do after the holidays with your booth? Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you to those of you that suggested it and were asking me so many questions. I take my cues from you, so if you have a question or something you'd like some more information, make sure to drop it down in the comments below. I really do read those and appreciate them. Now, I hope this video has inspired you a little bit with your booth and your booth space, or maybe the one that you're dreaming about someday. Now get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.